Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Harner. For those who know me, and who you don't, nice to meet you. Um, I just want to start by saying that I hope you and your families are happy and healthy, and continue to be so. I'm making this video because I need your help. I no longer can do it on my own, and now I need help from whatever source possible. Um, Through my own ignorance, my medications, and depression because of the situations, I've hit my highest weight of 353 pounds. I'm utterly miserable. It makes life just hard. Um, to give you an example, like tying my shoes. Sure, sounds easy. But once I do it, I have to sit down for 10 minutes to catch my breath. Or walking on the treadmill, I get a whole 5 minutes before I'm dead. I literally exhausted all my energy. And my back hurts. I can't stand up straight. I have to lay down. I know that sounds terrible. What you can do in an hour, to exhaust you takes 5 minutes. Or here we go, a prime example, a shower. You would think that it's, the most simplest of things, but the bigger you get, the much harder it gets. And it's not something that, I look forward to, but it's a necessity for health and life. I miss little things like going shopping. I haven't shopped in a normal clothes store in 15 years, maybe more. I don't know anymore. It's like if it's not online, it's hard for me to find anything anymore. These are the things that I have to deal with from day to day. Aside from people looking at you like you're a subhuman, like you did it to yourself, and you got to suffer, or you're a subspecies, and that you're fat and you're lazy. It's because you don't give a care, and I do, I really do. Just through medications and everything else, it's dwindling energy supply stops me from actually reaching the level where I can actually lose weight. And that's basically why I want to get a gastric sleeve surgery, so I have the fighting chance now. Let me give you a little background. About 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes type 2. And I had no idea that I had diabetes, none whatsoever. I didn't know anybody with diabetes. Family did, but they all live up north. I live here. I was getting weak and tired all the time. I literally fall asleep standing up at my job. I was a kitchen manager, and it's 100 something degrees in the kitchen all day long, and I'm thinking, wow, I'm dehydrated. So I drank more. So bad idea overall. So eventually one day I went to the hospital because I was disoriented and sick. I didn't feel right. There was something wrong. And, after hours and hours of being there, they decide that you need to go see a doctor to find out what the hell's wrong. I went and I found out I have diabetes type 2. So they put me on all these medications to find out where my balance is. So for the first few months, it was crazy. You can imagine what diabetes medication does to your body. It's not for the faint of heart, let's just say. Getting used to a regimen is difficult. Well, now I'm on my way to actually, fixing things and getting somewhat under control. Well, a year and a half later, I go into the hospital because I almost fainted. I was disoriented. I was sick. I was pale. I was sweating so much that my hair was drenched. And, it was unbelievable. I've never felt anything like that in my life. So I ended up going to the hospital. And after a couple of days, they did some tests, and they figured out that I had got a virus in my heart and it caused the lower part of my heart not to work correctly, and it destroyed. Um, so it only worked at 35%. And it's not one of those things where like, oh, it'll get better through time and exercise because there's nothing you can do about it. It's permanent, it's damage, and it's a lasting thing. The doctors told me, with your weight and because of your diabetes and along with hypertension, high cholesterol, the average guy, stuff that you get in life. So all these medications and everything, the doctors agreed that if I don't lose weight and I don't, start helping myself, by the time I'm 65, if I make it to 65, I'm gonna have to get a heart transplant. So of course, that rattles your cage, and you're all like, oh my god. And so at the time I weighed 258 pounds. So I'm like, oh, definitely no problem. I'll take care of this. I can do this. I can do this. Well, time goes by, and still adjusting medications because once your body gets used to it, it changes over, and then maybe something goes wrong, and you got to take something else. And I'm on certain medications for depression, and it's not helping me anymore. And so they decide that we're going to go in a different direction, and we're going to take the depression medication away from you and try something else. Well, January of 2014, I end up back in the hospital. And I have more of the same problem where I feel like I'm going to faint, I'm nauseous, my hair is soaking wet, and my heart was just crazy, beating super fast. And they told me I had arrhythmia. So they decided that they were going to put a defibrillator in my chest. But it's the kind of one that goes on the top of your chest and is buried in your side. So psychologically, at first it didn't bother me, but knowing that it's there and I could feel it sometimes it messes with your brain because you have a foreign object in your body, and it freaks you out sometimes. And so with that, the doctor put me back on medication, put me on Prozac, in fact, because he saw that my depression now is coming in waves because of my whole current situation, and slowly I'm gaining weight back. Even though I'm exercising, I'm still gaining weight, and there's nothing I can do, to the point where I've controlled my diet. I've eaten 5 small meals a day. I've eaten 3 meals a day. I've exercised my brain out. I haven't eaten anything, and after a while, it just keeps adding up. And so I say, boom, 353 pounds. And it's not good. So I went to this seminar about lap band, and I'm not knocking anything, but apparently many doctors I know don't think lap band's a good idea. Because if you have compulsions like I do, I'm a compulsive eater because of depression. It's a bad idea because it's constant readjustment, and there's just issues, and you'll be sick all the time, so it wasn't going to work. Well, then there was the top of the line, which is a gastric bypass, which is very expensive, and I have no insurance, and I couldn't afford it. So basically, the doctor recommended that I would get gastric sleeve, and that's in the middle between the two, and it's actually what I need. It's something that's going to control the rest of my life. And with that, it'll get rid of my diabetes. It'll stop me from taking Humulin 2 shots every single day. I always can watch my blood sugar no matter what, so that's not an issue. It'll get rid of my cholesterol. It'll help with my depression. It'll get rid of my hypertension. All these things that can be helped and avoid, and it'll extend my life. And I won't have to, worry about being 65 and passing away. In fact, they said I would lose half my weight. I'd be down to 175 to 180 pounds. and that's perfect. That's very good weight for me. Um, I have a link in the description here that's down below, and it's going to a fund that I'm trying to get collected so I can get this surgery. I'd be very thankful for your help. Anything helps. Anything, it doesn't matter. If you have questions, comments, please do so. Um, if you want proof, ask me. I'll send it to you. That's a guarantee that you're not going to get from most people, that I'm willing to actually prove to you that I have my issue and I need help. Um, I'm basically a happy person, and I like to bring joy and happiness to everybody else. But unfortunately, this time I need your help. Thank you very much for taking your time to at least watch this, and I hope you pass this along to someone else. Thank you again, and have a great day.